Hey everyone, welcome back to Higher Calling. We're rolling into day 16 of our 30 days of faith, and I'm so pumped you're here with me. Today's all about loving through chaos. Alright, let's paint the picture. Ever have one of those days where chaos is king and loving people feels like climbing a mountain? Maybe it's mid-afternoon, the kids are screaming over a broken toy, your phone's buzzing with work demands, and your spouse snaps at you over something small, like where the keys went. I've been there, last week. I'm juggling a Wednesday, 3 p.m. My kid's throwing a fit because his Lego tower collapsed. My boss texts, reports late, and my wife's frustrated. Why's the sink still clogged? My head's spinning, patience is shot, and I'm thinking, how am I supposed to love through this mess? Ever feel that? Where the day's a whirlwind and loving others, your family, your coworkers, even yourself, feels impossible? Those moments, they're loud, they're messy, and they test your heart like nothing else. I'll be real, chaos loves to shred love when the day's in full swing. Morning's got that fresh vibe, you're sipping coffee, praying for patience, feeling ready to pour out love. Night's quieter, you're reflecting, patching up the day's rough spots. But mid-afternoon, early evening, that's when chaos peaks, when the day's worn you thin, energy's fading, and love gets buried under the noise. Take yesterday, 4 p.m. I'm at home. Kids whining about homework, phones ringing with a client who's ticked off, and my wife's juggling dinner, muttering, "Can you help already?" My instincts to snap, "Give me a break," because chaos makes loving feel like a chore. Ever had that midday mess hit? Where you're not exploding, just fraying? Can I even love through this? Where's the strength? It's not loud anger, it's a quiet strain. A tug that makes you wonder if love can hold when the storm's raging. Here's where faith throws a lifeline, because chaos? It's not the boss, love is. And God's got the fuel to keep it burning. In 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7, Paul says, "Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things." That's not just a wedding verse, it's a battle plan for when the day's a whirlwind and your heart's tempted to shut down. Ever feel like chaos is too big to love through? That's when this hits. God's not asking you to fake it. He's calling you to lean into a love that lasts. Even when everything's falling apart. Over the next 100 minutes, we're diving deep into how loving through chaos isn't about being perfect, it's about being faithful when it's hard. I'll walk you through a Thursday where chaos nearly broke me, family flared. Work flared, but love held on. We'll unpack the Bible. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. 7's not fluff, it's a promise for the stormiest days. And we'll get practical, real steps to love when the noise peaks. Because who hasn't struggled to care when the day turns wild? This isn't about ignoring chaos, it's about loving right through it. Last week, I'm pacing at 5 p.m., kids' tantrum echoing, work piling up, and I'm thinking, I can't love them right now. Ever been there, chaos making your heart shrink? That's your moment. Love doesn't wait for calm, it shines in the storm. So grab your coffee, or whatever's keeping you sane, get comfy. And let's roll. Quick question to chew on. When's the last time chaos hit and you wish you'd loved stronger? Jot it down, we'll circle back. Day 16's about loving through chaos when the day's wild. Let's dive in together. Alright, Higher Calling fam, welcome to the meat of day 16, loving through chaos. We've kicked off with those wild midday moments when chaos reigns, the kids screaming, work buzzing, spouse snapping, times when loving others feels like climbing a mountain with no rope. Now, let's dig into what it really means to love through that storm. Why it's so tough when the day's roaring, and how it stretches your faith to the limit. This isn't about the easy, breezy love when everything's calm. These are the gritty moments when chaos peaks. And love's the last thing you feel like giving. Ever hit that point where the noise drowns out your heart, and you're thinking, I can't love them right now? That's where we're starting, because loving through chaos is real. It's raw, and it's worth wrestling for. 1 Corinthians chapter 13, 7's our anchor. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Let's unpack what that looks like when the clock's ticking past 3 p.m. So, what's loving through chaos? It's that stubborn, steady choice to care, your family, your friends, even strangers, when the day's a whirlwind and your patience is shot. Picture this. It's Wednesday, 3:30 p.m. I'm at home, kids throwing a fit over a broken toy. screaming like it's the end of the world. My phone buzzes. Boss. Reports late. Where is it? And my wife's in the kitchen. Snapping. Can you unclog the sink already? My head's pounding. I'm starving. And my instincts to snap back. Give me a break, because chaos is loud. And love feels buried. Ever feel that? Where midday's a mess, work piles up. Kids melt down. Spouse grumbles. And loving them feels like a chore you can't handle? That's it. Gritty. Tough. A tug on your heart when everything's screaming for you to shut down instead. I've been there, gritting my teeth. Thinking, how do I love through this? Why is it so hard midday? Because that's when chaos peaks, when morning's calm is a memory and your energy's running on fumes. Early hours? You're fresh, coffee's hot. Prayers for patience are bold. Love flows easy. Night? You're winding down, patching up the day. But 3 p.m., 4 p.m., that's the storm, when the day's worn you thin. And chaos drowns out care. Last Tuesday, 4 p.m., I'm at work, client's upset. Kid texts about a fight at school. Wife calls. Dinner's late, and I'm fraying. I can't deal with this. Ever had that midday strain? Where you're not raging, just teetering. Can I love them? Where's the strength? It's not loud anger, it's a quiet pull. A shadow that makes love feel impossible when the noise is deafening. I've clenched my fists, not now, till my knuckles ached. Sound familiar? That's when chaos loves to test your heart. Let's unpack 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7. Paul's not writing this from a cozy retreat. He's in the thick of ministry, people fighting. Chaos brewing, and he's blunt. Love bears all things. Ever think about that heat? He's not sipping tea, he's in the storm. Saying love holds up, believes all things, trusts when it's tough. Last Wednesday, 3 p.m., kids tantrum. Boss's text. I'm tempted to snap. But love hopes all things, says hold on. Endures all things, it doesn't quit when chaos roars. Ever feel like love's too weak for the mess? Paul says no, it's tougher than the storm. Bears, believes, hopes, endures. That's love standing when your heart wants to shrink. Ever pray for patience and feel empty? That's when this hits. Faith fuels love, not your fumes. Why's this matter? Because chaos tests your heart. It's small but sharp. Quiet days? Love's easy. These? Daily. Last Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Kids whining. Work's late, I'm thinking. I can't care now. Ever feel chaos bury love? I've glared at my wife, fix it, over nothing. Regretted it fast. That's the trap. Chaos doesn't roar, it strains. And before you know it, you're shutting down. Maybe I can't love them. Ever snap over a toy and wonder why? That's it. Chaos stretches love when you're raw. I've growled. Not now, till my throat hurt. This isn't fluffy, chaos is a storm. Love's the fight. We're wired to pull back. I'll care later. But chaos thrives on that. Ever shut down and crash? Last Monday, 3:45 p.m. Kids mess. Work's buzz. I'm fraying. I'm done. Ends in me slamming a door. Feeling worse. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7 says, endure, not escape, love bears. Ever run from chaos and regret it? That's the lie. Wait till it's calm, but faith says, love now. I've had moments, spilled juice. Late call, why bother? Ever wrestle that? It's real. Where love gets gritty. Why midday? Because it's raw, everyone's watching. Morning's private, love's bold. Night's calm, care's easy. Midday? Public, family, co-workers. They see you snap or stand. Last Tuesday, 4 p.m. Store line slow. Kids tugging, I could huff. But love believes, says hold. I nod, busy day. Huh? Clerk nods. I'm steady, not my win. Faiths, ever blow at midday? I've snapped, moved, felt awful. Love? That's standing, not loud. Real. Love isn't waiting, it's bearing now. Last Friday, 5 p.m. Work piles, I'm strained. Can I care? Ever feel that? That's your shot. Love endures isn't later, it's now. I've pulled back, regret every time, but loving? That's faith, small, steady. Ever love through chaos and feel stronger? That's it, not escaping. Enduring. Next, a Thursday where chaos hit hard. But for now, what's your midday chaos? Kid fit? Work snap? That's your fight. Love's your stand. Alright, Higher Calling fam. Let's dive into the messy middle of day 16, loving through chaos. We've unpacked what it means to love when chaos reigns. Those wild midday moments when the kids melt down. Work piles up, and your heart's tempted to shut down. Now, I'm bringing it home with a story. A Thursday where chaos hit me hard. And I had every chance to snap but found out what 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things, can really do. I'll give you two versions. One where I let chaos bury love and turned into a grumpy mess nobody wanted near. And one where I leaned into faith and loved through it. Ever had a day where chaos made loving feel impossible? Stick with me, this one's raw, real, and straight from my own wrestle. So, it's Thursday, 3:45 p.m., and the day's already a whirlwind. Morning started rough, coffee maker jammed, kids whining about a lost shoe. I'm late out the door. I'm at work now, boss emails. Clients upset, fix this by 5, and my inbox is a war zone. Phone buzzes, wife texts. Kids melting down, he broke his toy again. Then my coworker Dave swings by, printer's jammed. Can you help? I'm starving. Lunch was a soggy sandwich that fell apart. Coffee's cold, and the clock's ticking, 4 p.m. Chaos peaking. Can I even handle this? My head's pounding. Patience gone. God, where's the love for this? Ever had that midday pile-on? Where chaos gangs up and care feels like a ghost. That's me. Thursday. Round 1. Version 1. No love. Just chaos. I'm in full shutdown mode. I can't deal with this. Boss's email? I grit my teeth. Fix it? I'm done. Muttering. God's not helping. I'm out. Dave's printer plea? I snap. Not my job. Figure it out. He slinks off. And I feel like trash 2 seconds later. Phone rings. Wife. I growl. I'll be home soon. Handle it. No care. Just frustration. Voice sharp as a blade. I storm home. Kids crying. Toy pieces everywhere. I bark. Can you stop already? Not my best dad moment. His little face crumples. Wife's fuming. You're late. I snap. Give me a break. By 5:30 p.m. I'm done. Love's buried. Chaos reigns. A grumpy wreck nobody wants around. Ever been that guy? Where chaos sinks you and you're snarling by dinner. That's Thursday. Loveless, zero care. All regret piling up. Rewind. Version 2. With love. Same Thursday. Same chaos. Coffee jam. Kid's shoe. Work's a mess. Clock's ticking past 4 p.m. but this time, I don't let chaos call the shots. I'm at my desk. Boss's email blaring. Dave nagging. When 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7 hits. Love bears all things. Endures all things. I'm like, now? In this storm? But I pause, right there. Inbox buzzing. Take a shaky breath. Mutter. God, I'm fraying, help me love. Not polished, no choir. Just a plea from a guy on the edge. No zap, but a nudge. I'm here. Ever try that? Just stopping when chaos roars? It's odd, but it shifts, like the storm's still loud. But love's not dead. So, I lean in. Boss's email? I breathe. Think. Love endures. I'll fix it. Dave's printer? I don't snap. Let's sort it. Man, we fix it. He grins. Not my fight. Love's steadying. Wife calls. I soften. I'm coming. How's he? Kids crying. I scoop him. We'll rebuild it. Bud, he quiets. Leaning in. Not grumpy dad today. Wife's stressed. I say. I've got the sink. Steady. Not sharp. By 5:30 p.m. I'm not wrecked. I'm calm. Kids smiling. Wife's relieved. Chaos didn't win. Ever feel that? Where love sneaks in and you're not snapping. What's the difference? Version 1. I'm a wave. Chaos tosses me. I'm grumpy. Burying love. Kids hurt. Dave's distant. Wife's mad. Chaos owns me. A snarling mess. Version 2. I anchor. Love bears doesn't fix the toy or sink. It steadies me. That 10-second prayer, help me love, didn't zap chaos, but held my heart. Ever notice chaos grows when you snap? I've growled at clerks, hurry, sulked over nothing, regret every time. Love? That's peace. Kid leans in. I stand, small wins. Big care. Ever turn a snap into a smile? That's Thursday. Loving, proof it works. This isn't polished, toys broken. Work's late, sink's clogged, but I wasn't alone. Love endures, isn't a fix, it's a lifeline when chaos peaks. Kid didn't stop, but we bonded. Wife didn't calm, but we teamed up. Ever love through mess and feel stronger? That's faith, not my strength. His fuel. I got home. Kid giggling, thinking, how'd I not crack? Not me, God's love bears. Endures. Midday chaos, it's daily. Yours might be Wednesday. Every afternoon when noise spikes. Point is, love isn't later, it's now. Ever hug through a tantrum and grin? That's love, small, steady, real. Why's this hit? Because chaos tests your heart. Love proves your faith. I've shut down, snapped over a spill, felt cold after. But Thursday? Love won, not perfect. Present, kid smiled. I held steady. Next, we'll dig what scripture says, but for now, what's your Thursday chaos? Kid fit? Work snap? That's your shot. Love's your stand. Now. Alright, Higher Calling fam. We're digging deeper into day 16, loving through chaos. We've unpacked what it means to love when chaos reigns and walked through that Thursday where I flipped from grumpy to steady by choosing love over snapping. Now, let's crack open the Bible and see what it's really saying about loving through the storm when the day's at its wildest. This isn't just a sweet verse to frame on your wall, it's raw, battle-ready truth that meets you right in the mess of kid tantrums, work piles, or family flare-ups. We're anchoring on 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things, and pairing it with Romans chapter 12 verse 10. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves. These aren't fluffy words, they're tools for your midday chaos. Ever wonder how Paul kept loving through his storms? Stick with me. We're diving into what scripture says about loving when the whirlwind's loudest. Let's start with 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7. Paul's not writing this from a peaceful retreat. He's in the thick of Corinth, church fights, chaos brewing, people clashing, and he's blunt. Love bears all things. Ever think about that heat? He's not sipping tea, he's in the storm. Saying love holds up, believes all things, trusts when it's tough. Last Tuesday, 3:30 p.m. Kids whining. Work's buzzing. I'm fraying. Tempted to snap. But love hopes all things, says keep going. Endures all things, it doesn't quit when chaos peaks. Ever feel like love's too weak for the mess? Paul says no, it's tougher than the noise. Bears, believes, hopes, endures. That's love standing when your heart wants to shrink. Ever pray for strength and feel empty? That's when this hits. Faith fuels love, not your fumes. It's a lifeline for the chaos. Now, let's pair it with Romans chapter 12 verse 10. Paul's writing to a church under pressure. Roman chaos all around, and he doubles down. Be devoted to one another in love. Ever think about that grit? Last Wednesday, 4 p.m. Kids tantrum. Wife stressed. I'm straining. Can I care? That's when this lands. Honor one another above yourselves. Ever feel chaos makes love selfish? Paul says no, put them first. Even when it's wild. Devoted, steady, not shaky, above yourselves, not me first. Them first. Ever snap and wish you'd cared? That's the shift. Chaos pulls you in. Love pulls you out. Romans says, honor them. Faith turns strain into strength. Right in the mess. These verses vibe. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. 7's love endures, holds the storm. Romans chapter 12 verse 10, be devoted, grows the care. Paul's in Corinth, bears all. Rome, honor above. Ever think midday's your storm? Last Thursday, 4:30 p.m. Works late. Kids crying. I'm tempted to growl. But love hopes, and devoted tag team it. Love isn't quitting, it's caring. Paul didn't flinch. He loved through chaos. Ever shut down and wish you'd held on? That's when this kicks. Chaos roars. Love stands. God's strength, not yours. Right when the day's wildest. Ever feel care after a strain? That's faith, not fluff. Gritty and real. Paul says endure, God fuels. Why midday? Because that's when chaos tests, mornings calm, nights quiet, but afternoons raw. Last Friday, 3:45 p.m. Kids mess. Works buzz. I'm fraying. Can't love now. Ever feel that strain? That's your shot. Love bears steadies. Honor above, lifts. I've snapped, growled at a delay, felt cold after. But love? I nod. God's here, and care, not my win. His. Ever see love shift the vibe? That's faith, public, gritty, midday real. Chaos is daily. Love is too. God's not waiting, he's fueling. Right when you're stretched. This isn't theory, Paul lived it. Corinth, church chaos. Love endures. Rome, pressure, be devoted. Ever face midday mess? Last Monday, 4 p.m. Kids' toy breaks. Works late, I could snap. God's gone. But love hopes, says hold. I breathe, they're enough, and care, steady. Not sharp. Ever scraped by and wonder how? That's faith, not loud. There, I've shut down, snapped at a text, regret city. Loving? That's strength. God's in your mess too. Ever care through chaos and smile? That's him fueling you. Why's this matter? Because chaos tests your heart. Love proves your faith. I pulled back, sulked over a spill, felt empty. But Thursday? Love won, not slick. Solid, kid smiled. I stood. Next, we'll unpack how to live this. But for now, what's your midday chaos begging for love? Kid whine? Work strain? That's your fight. Love's your stand. Now, alright, higher calling fam. We're rounding out the core of day 16, loving through chaos. We've hit what loving through chaos means. That Thursday where I flipped from grumpy to steady with a choice to care. And how the Bible backs it with 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7. Love bears all things. Believes all things. Hopes all things. Endures all things. Now, let's get hands-on, because this isn't just a sermon to nod along to. It's a way to live when the kids are screaming. Work's buzzing, or your spouse is fraying. And love feels like the last thing you've got left. I'm giving you 3 simple steps to love through the storm, plus a 7-day challenge to make it stick. Ever wish you had a playbook for those midday moments when chaos roars and your heart's tempted to shut down? That's what this is, real. No nonsense moves to keep love alive when the noise peaks. Let's roll up our sleeves and dive in. Step 1. See it. Spot the chaos when it hits. Sounds basic, right? But it's huge. We're wired to ignore the mess. It's fine. I'll deal, but it festers. Strains. Pulls you apart. Ever catch chaos creeping in midday? Last Monday, 3:30 p.m. Kids whining over a broken toy. Work's piling up. I'm fraying. Can't love now. Step 1's about owning it. Pause. 5 seconds. See it. Take a breath, like sipping air through a straw, and say, God, this is chaos. Not dramatic, just real. I did it. Stood there. Toy pieces everywhere. God, this is wild. No fireworks, but a nudge, like, I see it. Ever try that? Just spotting chaos when it's loudest? It's the first crack. Love starts when you name the storm instead of dodging it. Step 2. Pray it. Ask for strength, not escape. Once you've seen it, don't stew, pray. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7 isn't solo. Love endures means God's in it. So lean in. This isn't a long plea, just a quick, God, help me love. Last Tuesday, 4 p.m. Work's buzzing. Kids tantrum. I'm straining. I can't care. I see it. This is chaos. Then pray, God, I'm fraying. Fuel my love. Takes 5 seconds. Ragged. No poetry. Raw. Noise doesn't stop. But I feel it. A nudge. I'm here. Ever pray that when chaos peaks? Not for it to vanish, but for love to hold? I mutter, love bears, and nod. That's not me. That's grace kicking in fast. Ever notice how praying shifts the strain? It's not about fixing chaos, it's about loving through it. Step 3. Do it. Choose love, not your snap. Here's the clincher. You've seen it. Prayed it. Now act on it. Love endures isn't a wish, it's a move. Bears all things means care anyway. After that prayer, I didn't just nod, I acted. Love hopes. Last Wednesday, 4:30 p.m. Kids crying. Work's late, I see. Chaos, pray. Help me, do. Hey bud, let's fix it, he quiets. I'm steady, not sharp. Solid. Ever do that? A breath, a choice. All love, small step. Big heart. I've skipped it, snapped over nothing, but do it, says care. Ever see strain ease when you love? That's Jesus, quiet, real care. Why every day? Because chaos is relentless. Kids whine. Work buzzes. Tempers flare. Last Thursday, 4 p.m. Sinks clogged. Kids loud. I'm tempted. Not now. Ever feel that pull? That's your shot. See it. Pray it. Do it. 15 seconds. Sinks messy. I'm not. God's here. I've snapped. Growled at a delay. Wrecked after. Loving? That's steady. I grin at my wife. Not glare. Ever try caring when you'd rather snap? That's faith, gritty, real. Chaos peaks daily. Love does too. Acting's your move. The 7-day challenge. Here's your playbook. Try this every midday for a week. Starting tomorrow. Step 1. See it, 5 seconds. God, this is chaos. Step 2. Pray it, 5 seconds. Help me love. Step 3. Do it, 5 seconds. I'll care. 15 seconds total. Mid-tantrum. Mid-call. Mid-storm. Last month, I did it, day 1. Muttering over a kid's fit, God. Why? Day 3. Fixing a toy, no snap. Day 5. Helping my wife, not perfect. Steady. Ever wonder what 7 days could shift? I was sharp, still am, but by day 7. Love stuck. You in? Try it. See if your afternoons don't soften. How it works. See it names the storm. Pray it taps the source. Do it plants love. Last Friday, 4:45 p.m. Works late, I see. Chaos, pray. Fuel me, do. I've got this, I roll, not frayed. Firm. Ever notice snapping grows chaos? I've growled, regret every time. This, 15 seconds. Love wins, not dodging. Enduring. It's not zapping mess, it's you not breaking. Ever turn a glare into a grin? That's grace, not grit. Love grows when you act. Why it's real. Paul endured. Love bears, mid-chaos. Jesus loved, crosses storm. Me? I don't dodge chaos, I love through. Last Monday, 4 p.m. Kids loud, I see. Pray. Do. God's here. No rush. Steady. Chaos fades. Love holds. Ever care and wonder how? That's faith. Love endures in the muck. Try it tomorrow. 15 seconds when chaos hits. Drop a comment after day 1. I'm rooting you. Next, we'll wrap this, but for now, what's your midday chaos begging for love? Kid mess? Work snap? That's your shot. Love's now. Fam, do it. Hey everyone, Higher Calling fam. We've made it to the end of day 16, loving through chaos. Wow, what a ride, huh? We've walked a full 100 minutes together. And I'm so thankful you've stuck with me. From those wild midday storms to God's steady promise that fuels love when chaos roars. Let's wrap this up tight. Because this isn't just a talk to breeze through. It's a way to live when the clock hits 4 p.m. and the kids are whining. Work's buzzing, or your spouse is fraying. We kicked things off with the truth that chaos doesn't just test your patience, it tests your heart. Burying love under the noise unless you choose to dig it out. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7 set the tone. Love bears all things. Believes all things. Hopes all things. Endures all things. That's not a gentle nudge. It's a lifeline for when your head's pounding and your heart's straining. Ever feel like chaos makes loving impossible midday? That's where this hits home. God's got your storm. Fam. And love can hold through it. Then I spilled my guts about that Thursday. 3:45 p.m. Kids tantrum over a broken toy. Work's piling up. Wife snapping about the sink. And chaos screaming. Shut it down. Version 1. I gave in. No love. Snapped at my coworker Dave. Barked at my kid. Growled at my wife. By 5:30 p.m. I'm a grumpy wreck. Love's gone. A mess nobody wants near. Total crash. Chaos owned me. Version 2. I leaned in. Love endures. Fixed the printer with a nod. Rebuilt the toy with my kid. Unclogged the sink for my wife. Steady. Not sharp. Chaos didn't vanish. Toys broken. Work's late, but love held on. Ever had a day where chaos could have sunk your care? But something steadied it? That's faith, not my strength. His fuel. We dug into the Bible next. 1 Corinthians chapter 13. 7's love bears in Corinth's mess. Romans chapter 12 verse 10. Be devoted in Rome's pressure. Paul showing love isn't for calm, it's for chaos. And we landed with the how-to. 3 steps to love through. See it. Pray it. Do it. Step 1. Spot the chaos. God. This is wild. Step 2. Ask for strength. Help me love. Step 3. Choose care. I'll do it. 15 seconds total. I've lived it. Monday's kid mess. Tuesday's work buzz. It's not magic, it's a lifeline. Then the 7-day challenge. Every midday. 15 seconds. See the storm. Pray for fuel. Act in love. Right when chaos peaks. I tried it. Day 1. Muttering over a tantrum. Day 5. Fixing the sink. Not slick. Just solid. Ever wonder what a week of that could shift? That's your shot. Loving through chaos isn't about dodging it. It's about caring when it's loudest. Those storms, they're daily. Fam, but so's God's strength. Here's the heart of it. Loving through chaos isn't about perfection. It's about persistence when the storm's wild. That Thursday didn't make me a saint. It showed me I don't need to be. Kid smiled. Wife softened. I stood firm. Ever feel that nudge, like, you can love here, even when chaos roars? That's God's fuel, not your grit. I've shut down, snapped over a spill, growled at my wife over nothing, regretted it every time. But loving? That's the win. Toys fixed. Sinks clear. Love grew. Small but mighty. What about you? Where's your midday chaos begging for care? The kid fit? The work snap? That's where faith meets you, not when it's quiet, but when it's wild, right in the storm of your day. This isn't about escaping chaos, it's about enduring it with love. Every time it hits. Think about Paul, Corinth's chaos. Rome's pressure, he writes. Love endures. Be devoted. Last weekend, I'm at the park, winds howling, kids whining. I'm stressing a $2 snack while birds perch. Steady as ever. 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 7 says, love bears. Romans chapter 12 verse 10 says, honor above. Ever feel chaos and wish you'd cared? That's the shift. God's not too big for your kid's toy or clogged sink. I've had days, slamming doors over a text, glaring at a mess, could have loved, didn't, felt cold after. But Thursday, love won, not perfect. Present, kid giggled, I held steady. Ever love through mess and feel lighter? That's faith with grit, small acts. Big heart, God's strength. Right when chaos peaks. Now, fam, I'm tossing you the mic. I want your voice in this fight. Drop a comment below. What's your Thursday chaos story? That time midday hit and you snapped, or maybe loved through it, tell me. I'm reading every one, or just shout, I'm in. If you're jumping on this 7-day challenge, 15 seconds a day. See the chaos. Pray for strength. Choose love, right when the storm's loud. Hit that like button if this sparked something, because it's not just me talking, it's us. Walking this faith journey together. And if day 16 lit you up, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. Day 17's coming. Resting in God's timing. And we're diving into how faith finds peace when the day's wild and the clock's ticking. It's raw, it's real, and it's next, don't miss it. Before I sign off, hear this. You're not alone in your midday chaos. I've been the guy with a whining kid, a late report, and a sink that won't quit. I'm still here. And so are you. That's not luck, that's love. Paul endured storms. Jesus loved through the cross. And we can too. Take this with you, next time the kid cries or work buzzes. You got a lifeline. Love bears all things. Try that 7-day run. Fam, I'm cheering you big time. Maybe it's the tantrum you'll love through tomorrow. Or that work mess you'll care past. Small steps. Mighty love. Good night, or good afternoon. Whenever you're catching this, and God bless you big. See you for day 17, keep the faith. Keep it real, and let's roll this journey together.